In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create an automation workflow in Smartsheet. If you want to save time and reduce repetitive manual work, automation in Smartsheet is a great tool to learn. It allows your sheet to respond automatically when something happens, like a row being updated, a date arriving, or a new entry being added. In this walkthrough, I'll show you how to set up a simple workflow from start to finish so you can begin automating routine tasks with more confidence. Start by opening the Smartsheet sheet that you want to automate. Make sure you're in the correct sheet before you begin, since every workflow is tied to the specific sheet you created in. If your sheet is already organized with the columns and data you need, the setup process will be much smoother. Once the sheet is open, click on Automation. This is where Smartsheet keeps the tools for building automated actions and processes. When you open this area, you'll be able to start creating a workflow that matches what you want the sheet to do automatically. Next, choose Create Workflow. This opens the Workflow Builder, which is the main setup area where you define what should trigger the automation and what should happen afterward. Smartsheet usually presents several workflow options, and from here you can begin customizing the process to fit your needs. Now select a trigger. The trigger is the event that starts the workflow. For example, you might choose a date-based trigger if you want something to happen on a deadline, a row change trigger if the workflow should react when information is edited, or a new entry trigger if it should run whenever a new row is added. Choosing the right trigger is important because it determines when the automation will activate. After that, add conditions if the workflow should only run in specific situations. Conditions help you narrow down the automation so it doesn't run every single time the trigger occurs. For example, you may want it to apply only when a row contains certain values or meets a particular status. This can make your workflow more accurate and more useful. Then choose an action. This is what Smartsheet will do once the trigger happens and any conditions are met. Common actions include sending an alert, requesting an update, or changing a cell automatically. Pick the action that best supports the process you're trying to streamline. Finally, save and test the automation. Saving makes the workflow active, and testing helps confirm that it behaves the way you expect. It's a good idea to check that the trigger, conditions, and action all work together correctly before relying on it for important tasks. And that's how to create an automation workflow in Smartsheet.